Dear students, now we begin with second part of the chapter number 10, that is microbe in human welfare. Last time you have studied the role of microbe in our daily life. Today you will study the role of microbe in other aspect of human being. We begin the chapter with role of microbe in production of biogas. You know biogas is very much common in rural areas because it is produced with the help of cow dung. Cow dung is easily available in rural areas. This cow dung contains bacteria, methanogenic bacteria, which cause cellulose of dung to decompose into biogas and which contain methane, CO2 and hydrogen. Biogas is the mixture of methane, CO2 plus hydrogen. Cow dung is excreta of animals. This cow dung contains lot of cellulose. Why it contains cellulose? Because cow, sheep, buffalo, they eat raw vegetables, generally grasses and green plant are rich sources of cellulose. So these anaerobic bacteria, they live on cellulose and digest the cellulose. Humans cannot digest cellulose. What is the reason? We eat cooked food and the amount of green vegetables in raw form is very less in human being. So cellulose cannot be digested by human being because we eat cooked food and we don't have cellulose digesting bacteria in our stomach. These animals, cow, sheep, buffalo, have cellulose digesting bacteria in their lumen. Lumen is a part of the stomach. It is also present in anaerobic sludge. So, how biogas is produced? The dung is mixed with water. This solution of dung and water is poured into a container. This is called digester. Digester is another container made up of concrete and bricks. This digester has a lid, and in this digester, when biogas is produced, lid is movable. This lid moves up, showing production of biogas. So there is supply of dung and water into the digester. Biogas, which is a mixture of methane, CO2 plus hydrogen, is produced here. Then from this pipe it is supplied to the houses as source of energy for cooking, for lighting and for other purposes. So in villages the main source of energy is the biogas. Spent slurry is called sludge. Sludge means mud and water. It is used as a fertilizer. Spent slurry means whatever is left That solution is collected in a container. It is called sludge. Sludge means mud and water, and it is used as a source of energy. The technology of biogas production was developed mainly in India by ICR, IARI, Indian Agricultural Research Institute, and Khadi and Village Industries Commission, KVIC. What is the role of microbe as biocontrol agent? Means how microbe can control the harmful insect pest from our crop. So, biocontrol refers to the use of biological method for controlling plant disease and pest. Means how to control plant disease and pest with the help of other living organism instead of spraying other chemicals on the growing crop. When we sprinkle this insecticide on the crop, it is harmful for other organism and also destroys the ecosystem. Suppose we sprayed DDT on the crop, so some insect are killed. If these insects, suppose it is pest are killed, pest are eaten by some insect. Insect are eaten by some birds. Birds are eaten by some large bird. So in ecosystem, if one level is disturbed, the whole ecosystem, food chain and food web also get disturbed. So nowadays, scientists are trying to avoid use of chemical, and instead of this chemical they are introducing a new series of organisms which are not harmful for other organisms and which are eaten by a specific group of food web. Food chain is a single series of nutrition. Food web is a complex network of the food chain. So if any organism of food web is killed, it does not affect ecosystem strongly. So how these scientists are working to get chemical free crop? This is called biological control. The organic farmer holds the view that the eradication of creatures that are often described as pests is not only possible but also undesirable, for without them the beneficial, predatory and parasitic insect which depend upon them as food or host would not be able to survive. It means if we kill the pest, the other creature which depend on pest for food would not survive. Thus, the use of biocontrol measure greatly reduce our dependence on toxic chemical and pesticide. An important part of biological farming approach is to become familiar with the various life forms that inhabit the field, predator as well as pest, and also their life cycle, pattern of feeding, and the habitat that they prefer. So, what is biological control? Instead of using chemical which are toxic for other organisms and which destroy the characteristics of the soil, some living organisms which do not disturb the food web are used. Example: beetle with red and black marking, beetle with red and black marking, the ladybird and dragonfly, they destroy aphid and mosquito. So if in a field aphid and mosquito are found in large quantity, then in that field is introduced the beetle which has red and black marking, the ladybird and the dragonflies. They will destroy the aphid and the mosquitoes. An example of biological controlling agent is to introduce in order to control butterfly caterpillar is the bacteria Bacillus thuringiensis. In short, it is called BT. Bacillus thuringiensis is a kind of bacteria. This bacteria releases toxic substance when it enters in the gut of caterpillar. Mostly, many plants are eaten by caterpillar like cotton. So these caterpillar are larvae. The plant is sprayed with BT. Nowadays, this Bacillus thuringiensis is found in the form of spores in some packets. So these packets contain spore of BT, and BT is sprayed over the crop or this plant having caterpillar. When caterpillar eats these spores of BT, so spores go directly into the gut of caterpillar. When they enter the gut, converted into a toxic substance which destroy the wall of the gut. When wall of the gut is destroyed, slowly the whole digestive system of caterpillar get disturbed and the organism dies. So nowadays BT cotton is produced with the help of Bacillus thuringiensis. It is a rod-shaped bacteria which produces toxic substances. It is available in the market in artificial form, produced biotechnologically in the form of some packets. It is sprayed over the plant. When caterpillar eats the plant, the spores enter into the gut of caterpillar and destroy the gut. Finally, caterpillar dies. So, these BT plants are highly resistant to pest. A biological control being developed for use in treatment of plant disease is the fungus Trichoderma. This Trichoderma is a fungus which produces spores called conidia. Trichoderma species are free-living fungi. They are very much common in the root system of the plant. Means most of the plant have root system which have Trichoderma fungus. This fungus produces spores called conidia, and spore kill the other harmful organism. So they are effective biocontrol agent for several plant pathogens. Next is baculovirus. This baculovirus is nucleopolyhedrovirus. Baculovirus is a group of nucleopolyhedrovirus. It attacks insect and other arthropods. This virus is very much specific for particular species. It means it attacks only particular species and other species remain unharmed. So, this virus are excellent candidate for species specific narrow spectrum insecticidal applications. They have been shown to have no negative impact on plant, mammal, bird, fish, or even non-target insect. It means only they affect the particular species and other plant and animal remain unharmed. It is specially desirable when beneficial insects are being conserved to add in an overall integrated pest management program, or when an ecologically sensitive area is being treated. So this is the role of microbe as biocontrol agent. Which microbe? First is beetle with red and black marking, ladybird and dragonfly. They destroy aphid and mosquito. Bt cotton and other Bt plant are produced having Bt gene which destroy the caterpillar. Then Trichoderma virus which is found, fungi which is found in the root system of plant. It produces spores that affect the other pathogenic organism. Baculovirus, a group of virus which are nucleopolyhedrovirus. They are species specific. They affect only particular species and other species remain unharmed. Now, role of microbe as biofertilizer. You have studied it is an agricultural practice to grow wheat and pulses alternately. Farmer grow pulses and second time the same field is treated with wheat. What is the reason? Pulses in their root have rhizobium bacteria. Root of the pulses have small swelling. Inside this small swelling reside Rhizobium bacteria. This Rhizobium bacteria live as a symbiont. It means both organisms are benefited. Bacteria get shelter in the root nodule and the root get protein and other nitrogenous compound with the help of bacteria. That's why pulses are rich in protein. So Rhizobium bacteria already you have studied in 11th standard. Live as symbiont in the root system of leguminous plant. It makes the soil rich in protein. It is called organic farming and biofertilizer. Biofertilizer are organisms that enrich the nutrient quality of the soil. So Rhizobium is here biofertilizer because it enrich the soil with protein nutrient. The main source of biofertilizer are bacteria, fungi and cyanobacteria. Some bacteria are free living like Azospirillum and Azobacter. Free living bacteria are Azospirillum and Azobacter. These bacteria also fix atmospheric nitrogen into the soil and convert it into protein and other nitrogen-rich substances. Another fungi known as symbiotic fungi called mycorrhiza. This mycorrhiza is found in the root system of some higher plant like pinus plant. Mycorrhiza it surround externally the root system of pinus plant. This mycorrhiza, because it is a fungus, it cannot prepare its own food. So, food in the form of sugar and other nutrient is absorbed from the plant, and in turn plant get phosphorus and other mineral which is absorbed by the mycelium and hyphae of mycorrhiza fungus. So it is an example of symbiosis. Now, cyanobacteria. What is cyanobacteria? Blue-green algae. They are autotroph. You have studied in 11th. Blue-green algae contain heterocyst. This heterocyst are specialized cell which can fix nitrogen of atmosphere into the soil in the form of protein and other organic substances. Cyanobacteria. Example of cyanobacteria are Anabaena, Nostoc, Oscillatoria, etc. In paddy field, cyanobacteria serve as important biofertilizer. Blue-green algae add organic matter to the soil and increases the fertility of the soil. Currently in our country, a number of biofertilizer are available commercially in the market and farmers use these regularly in their field to replenish soil nutrients and to reduce the dependence on other chemicals. So, what is the conclusion? Instead of using harmful chemical, nowadays farmers are using living substance to make the soil enriched in nutrient and to develop better crop. So with this chapter is over.